Staying in a cabin in the woods might not be too appealing to some, but for us, it's one of the most phenomenal things you'll ever do. And the best thing, it's only about an hour and a half south of Sydney, so you really don't have to venture too far if you're from Sydney. What makes this place so unique is that you actually have to hike to your cabin, so everything has to be basically on your back and then these little wheelie bins to be actually able to get to the cabin. Of course, on this trip, it has to have trout fishing, and I make sure of that. Libby makes sure of that. And I don't know how it's possible, but somehow I managed to stand in a pool full of maybe 10 to 15 trout without even knowing. You can see right there the splashes. So stay tuned because I'm going to talk a lot more about this as well. But there's plenty of other things to do. This place is surrounded by pristine stuff. Things like these waterfalls that you can go down to the bottom of. But we start this whole adventure in Kiama, and we didn't realize how beautiful it was. Libby loves oysters, so we started there, we got some oysters, and then we started our trip. It turns out it was only about a 25-minute drive from Kiama to our actual spot, so it couldn't have worked out more perfect. This is a stingray we saw, by the way. All right, we're in Kiama. We're going to head to Jamboree area now, isn't it? Is that where it is?
I think so.
Right, so we made it to our little getaway spot, and we've got to go hike using these little wheelbarrows right now to our cabin. So we'll see how it goes. Libby, you ready? You going to carry everything? We've got our bags, trying to get everything set. I've got another wheelbarrow here. These are other people's wheelbarrows, but we might steal them as well. Right, so we're almost ready to leave. We've got the Starlink here so we can have some internet while we're there. Libby's thing is packed full. How are you going, Lib? What do you reckon? We got our food. And the thing is, we should have probably brought our esky. No? So if you know anything about me and Lib is we love to overpack. They said just bring a backpack. We're like, screw that. We're bringing beers. We're bringing all sorts of stuff. So we really chocked it full and we get found out here. No, we're good. We're good. Uh-oh. Shit. So if you want a definition of the word conundrum, this is literally our hike to the cabin was a big conundrum. Don't drop the beer, Lib. Do not drop the beer. Fucking hell.
I wanted to leave this guy in there.
It's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. So every like 30 meters or so, we'll have to stop. I was like, I'll repack it so it's a little bit smarter. We ended up getting it by the end, but still it took us a while. We made it. Might have been. It ended up being completely worth it because once we were there with all that stuff, it was a phenomenal place. We actually couldn't believe how nice it was. The fireplace, the cabin, the secludedness. It was so good. Oh, okay.
Oh, you were serious for a second.
Oh, it's hot. All right, here we come. No one said it was going to be one of those tiny homes, but I guess here we are. How are we liking it, Lib?
It's good. Nice view.
So, of course, as soon as we get there, I put my bags down, straight to coffee. They supply coffee beans. They supply everything, actually. They actually even supply one of these machines that I brought, but I brought my own anyway because I prefer mine. So me and Libby start settling. I start getting the fire sorted. Libby gets her Starlink up because she actually has an online business and she has to work everywhere we go. So we need internet. So that's why I brought the Starlink. The fire gets going and this is like just perfect views right here. I actually get the drone up later on and get some phenomenal views of this. All right, there we are. Fire, the cabin, beautiful. Things start getting a little steamy. It's not actually too hot tonight, so that's why we can just like chill out by the fire. Tiny bathroom. Not too shabby. Not bad at all. We ended up having an early night, waking up nice and early, and look at this. I make my coffee, Libby's still asleep, and this is my view out my bedroom. Breakfast. We'll get some toast on after. So Libby thinks here we're having a nice little breakfast. We're all stress-free, loving life. But really, all I'm thinking about is fishing. And I instantly get out there. I'll almost slip over. These rocks were so slippery. But I was so keen that I just couldn't even wait. I had to get out there. Very slippery. Got to be careful. So over here, it looks promising. I've got one of those spinners on. being very conservative. So this place is a pretty magical place. Where I'm fishing is literally surrounded by these waterfalls, and there's so many other things to see around this area as well, but I don't care about that. I'm just fishing. So it's not long before things start going haywire. I've got this spinner on and I keep getting it snagged, and I just got it snagged one too many times. What I'll do to get a lure back, guys. Don't know if I'm gonna get it back, but Jesus. Ah, there it is. There it is. There's my lure. Even though these aren't that expensive, still don't want to lose it. There it is. Got it back. My little Celta spinner. So after getting ready to give up, this happens. I go walking over this stream, and I've slowed it down for you guys, but trout go everywhere. You can see in that top left corner, you can see behind me, they're just flapping everywhere. I had no idea. After not knowing if there's trout in these waters, I go and stand at a pool with literally over 15 trout in it, just going everywhere. And you can just see them. Libby's filming and she's trying to get it, but they're just going everywhere. And I still don't manage to even get close to catching one.
Give me your phone, Jamie.
All right. We just got back from a little fishing, a little food, and some fun. And we're back in the cabin. I've started the fire. That's Libby down there. I don't know if you can see that properly. The fire going. Lib's in the background. She's got to do her online business work. I'm just chilling. How you going, Lib?
I'm good, Jamie.
You're on camera, boss. No personality, unfortunately, guys. Oh, that's a rock. We don't want it in there. Speak to the viewers, Lib.
Hey, I'm trying to do my work.
Speak to the viewers. This is what I've got to deal with when I want to come out into nature. Have a look. I'm in nature, enjoying life, got a cabin in the background, got a beautiful fire, and we've got her working right here.
Do you guys want to tell me what I had to deal with earlier today?
What'd you have to do?
I had to deal with a little...
And that's where, and we'll leave her there, guys. I'm the cool one. So it's going to be dinner time. I'm taking care of it because Libby's working right now. So I'm going to make a beef rump roast. So it's a big folded roast, and I'm going to try and slow cook it and get it to some sort of falling apart. It's not a rump roast. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's this big hunk of meat that we're going to try and slow cook in the cast iron. We've got like a whole kitchen facilities here, but I'm going to still cook it in that fire down there, and we'll see what happens. There's actually no cover for the cast iron, so this is what they provided us. I normally have my own cast iron, but we have to walk about 1 kilometre to get here, so yeah, see how it goes. Simple recipe: 1 onion, plenty of garlic, and beef stock, a few herbs and things like that, and then we're just going to chuck it and slow cook it for a long time. Fairly thicker cuts are fine. We've got these giant cloves of garlic here as well. Well, my apologies. I've just realised it's actually a boneless lamb leg, not beef. So that's even better. A boneless lamb leg. We're going to slow cook it in this cast iron pan. I've got the garlic and onions ready to go. It's going to be over the fire. It's going to be absolutely delicious. I'm going to brown this up. I'm going to salt and pepper it, and then I'm going to brown this up. Got some olive oil. We've got our lamb. We've got our salt. We've got our pepper. We've got our cast iron. We've got our fire right here. Libby in the background working on whatever she wants to work on. A little olive oil on top of the meat. A very decent amount of salt. What are you smiling at? A very decent amount of pepper. Perfect. We want to hear a sizzle. We've got that sizzle happening. Starting to get brown. We'll do the other side here. Starting to brown up nicely. Browning the meat.
Well, Lib is downloading some Entourage for us to watch.
That's in all that lamb fat right here. Beautiful. Now we'll add that garlic in. We're going to add in some of our stock. Water and a bit of wine as well. Oops, shit. Get that out of there. We're now going to return our meats into all that goodness as well. This is Libby's wine, but she's got a few other drinks that she's drinking, so we'll use a good bottle of wine. Why not? You only live once. All right, so it's starting to get dark now, and there is no lid for this pan, which is a little bit ridiculous. Very ridiculous, actually. So I'm going to use this makeshift lid, which is you know what? That might actually work. Let's see how we go. We just want to try and keep that liquid in there for as long as possible. We want to keep it like on a lowish sort of style heat. 3 hours, it's 8:12 right now. Dead set about 3 hours, maybe a little bit more. Here it is. She's looking good. Shrunk in size. I wish you could smell this right now, guys. It smells amazing. Ooh, now we get into the softness. Beautiful. And then you add the best part, guys, this sauce. So we got some buttered bread, and then we got that. There's onions, garlics, red wine. All over. We're done. We're leaving. How was it? Worth it?
Yep.
Don't know if it was. Wish I caught fish.